Um, that's a human. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Ask Aydian Anything. And today's question comes from the comment section from Nameless Boy 93. I want to know how to come out at work. I work for someone who used to be a friend, and as she became my manager, we're not very friendly anymore, but we still have the same friend group. How do I come out to her and say, this is what I need to be happy at this job, without her telling people I haven't come out to yet? Because she's a busybody and will tell everyone. So, Nameless Boy, I sum this up. I took notes. I feel like I'm very prepared, so I feel like this could be a good one. So, Nameless Boy 93, your question is pretty much how to tell somebody that you're trans who isn't a busybody. Someone who's going to yap all around and tell everybody for you that you're trans. Because the reality is being trans is a personal thing. Not everybody wants everybody to know that you are transgender, and that is totally fine. So how do you go about navigating a space where people knew you as cisgender, and now you're coming out as transgender? You got to tell every single person, and you want to tell them, you want that one person who can't keep their mouth shut going and telling everyone. So, I came up with 3 top things to help you come out to a busybody. The first thing is to make sure you tell the people who matter most first. Okay, so if you know this person is going to yap their mouth to everyone, create a list of every person that you want to tell about your transgender status, okay? And tell each one of those people beforehand, before you tell that person. The person you tell that's going to yap their mouth to everyone kind of needs to be like almost the last person you tell, so that when they yap their mouth, they're telling either people who are insignificant to you so you don't really care, or they're telling people that they already know. Number 2, take the time to mentally prepare. What I mean by that is make sure that you are mentally prepared for what this busybody person may say, who they may tell. You have the choice to let them know. Like, you're deciding when you want to come out to them. So make sure that you have prepared mentally, and honestly, physically if needed, but mentally for whatever might come up. If you know this, clearly Nameless Boy 93 knows this person. Y'all are going to know the people that you're going to tell that's a busybody. Even if it's just a manager at work, you get to know them. You can figure out what they're like. You know kind of what to expect, so to speak. So be mentally prepared. Number 3, when you tell the person, the busybody, that you are trans, make sure you stick to the positive feelings. A lot of times, us trans people want the other person to really feel that we're trans, and they want to feel the significance of coming out to that person, okay? And that's very important. But sometimes we decide to tell all the trauma we're experiencing instead of all of the gender euphoria we experience. An example would be using the restroom at work. If you're trying to come out and you are trying to say, I need to use, like for a trans masculine person, it'd be like, I really need to use the men's restroom. Now, don't stick to, I need to use the men's restroom because when I use the women's restroom, I just feel so terrible. I feel like I don't belong there. People look at me weird. Body dysphoria, don't list those things. Instead, stick to the positives and list the good things that happen when you use the men's room. Say things like, when I use the men's room, I feel so empowered in my body. When I use the men's room, I feel like that's where I actually belong. When I use the men's room, I feel empowered in my identity and validated in my identity. So it allows me to show up to work better and more efficiently than when I don't feel as good when I use the women's restroom. So you don't necessarily want to list all the negatives. You want to list all the positives of what it feels like when you are actually feeling good, using the right name, pronouns, and facilities. That's going to be a good way to it's going to shine a different kind of light on your transition, and that person is going to be like, yeah, of course I want you to feel good, and they're going to have the solutions already. They're not going to have to think, oh, well, if they feel bad doing this, what can I do to fix that? you're telling them, you're literally saying, when I use the men's room, I feel really great and I can show up to my job. When you use my name, Aydian, I feel like you're actually validating who I am and it makes me feel like a better person. When you use he, him, his pronouns when addressing me in any space, I always feel like, great, they see me, awesome, what can I do to help you? Stick to the positives. Those are my tips for if you're coming out to a busybody. Remember, tell everyone who's most important first. Be prepared. Prepare yourself. And stick to the positives when you actually tell them. I really, really hope this helped you, Nameless Boy 93. And if you yourself have a question that you want me to answer in one of these episodes, drop it down below. If you want to check out some of the old episodes, you can check out the videos right there, or there, one of the sides of me. I will catch you in the next video.